And good morning, this is Mike Lodge. I am the business advisor. Gosh, it's a cloudy day, kind of cool. I kind of like it because I know that at about 11 o'clock, the sun is going to start coming out and it's going to get warm. Listen, I'm not very far from UCLA. And I'm disgusted at what I'm seeing on all university campuses of students endorsing terrorist nations. Terrorist philosophies, nations that attack the innocent, nations that promote violence against other people who they don't like. And so Israel was attacked by Hamas Palestine, and they had to respond. We've seen the gory videos coming out of Palestine and also of Israel, of these massive, ugly, hideous attacks. And if you know the history of Palestine, if you know the history of Israel, there has been a problem between these two nations for very long. But it doesn't end, and it will never end as long as Hamas is in the driver's seat in Palestine. And if Palestine wants to continue to promote terrorism, building tunnels underground to do damage to Israel, throwing and shooting bombs and missiles, hundreds of them in one night at a nation, flying in and murdering people. If they want to continue to promote terrorism, there will never be peace. And no matter what these students are doing on campus, there will never be peace because Hamas is the problem. Hamas, who is funded by Iran. So when these individuals are on the campus and taking over the campus and blocking Jewish students from going to their classes or even going to the library, they are acting in a terrorist manner. They want to get rid of Israel. They want to get rid of the United States. That is the whole goal of these nations in the Middle East. Can you imagine being Israel and being surrounded by Muslim nations who want to destroy the only democracy government in the Middle East? And they want to destroy it. And they want to destroy America. And they want their form of government to be in America. So when these students are pushing this pro-Palestinian message, they're pushing terrorism on the United States. No matter how you want to look at this, no matter how you want to argue it, Palestine is a terrorist nation because they're under Hamas, who is funded by Iran, who just attacked Israel. So their message is no longer getting heard because now they are resorting to taking over campuses, destroying buildings, blocking Jewish students from going to class, and they are destroying their campuses. And they have also attacked other people. You see, when you have a cause, make sure it's a clean cause. Make sure it's a cause you can support and you can back up. But when you're just going around spouting from the rivers to the sea and all this other nonsense, because you don't even know what sea, you don't even know what river they're talking about, you don't even know what their whole message is in Hamas. Except we know, because we've seen what they've done firsthand. We've seen the death. We've seen the women being raped. We've seen all this. And what is so amazing that there are gay individuals who are in this pro-Palestinian mindset when they don't even know that in Palestine, if you're gay, you're going to be stoned. You're going to be stoned to death. In Iran, you are going to be killed. You're going to be hung. Saudi Arabia, you're going to be hung. All of these nations who are attacking Israel are the same people who will destroy you. So I have no support for these students at all. I just can't. Ethically, I just cannot. When you support a terrorist nation whose main goal is to destroy Israel, main goal is to destroy the United States through Iran, I cannot support that. And when you take down the American flag and post and you put up a Palestinian flag, I'm sorry. This is the United States of America. This is not Palestine. This is not Hamas. This is not Iran. If you listen to the commentator of Iranians on television, who are supposed to be professors, saying that they need to get more involved in what's happening in the United States, their whole goal is to destroy the United States. And that's what these students are endorsing. They're endorsing hate. They're endorsing destruction. They're endorsing racism against the Jewish people. And they want to see America, when they shout out death to America on an American campus, it needs to stop right there. Because they are no longer Americans. If you cannot defend your country, if you cannot defend your nation, then you have just joined the ranks of terrorism, Marxism, communism. They're going around calling each other comrade. It's a disgusting mess. And I've had it. Literally, I have had it. I will not hire or support anything at UCLA, anything at Columbia, any of these students who are applying for jobs. I will not even consider them because of the actions of these terrorists on the campuses of these universities. Our nation is a great country, but we have become weakened by wokeism. We have become weakened by individuals who believe in socialism and communism. And if you look at a lot of these videos that are coming out, they call themselves communists. So in this group, you have a mixture of individuals. You have communists, you have socialists, you have Hamas, you have pro-Palestine, you have Antifa. And they're following the same tactics as what we saw when college campuses were being attacked by Antifa before and Black Lives Matter. It's the same tactics. Same group of people. Same evil. And the problem is that these students are being manipulated by these groups. And since these students do not know the history of the Middle East, they don't even know the history of their own country, they have a problem. So they've become followers. They have not become individual thinkers. Followers are very dangerous. Individual thinkers are individuals who can reason, use common sense to see what's going on. But when you follow, you will never get anywhere. So I really feel sorry for these students. And I'm quite embarrassed that our American universities have allowed this to happen. You've got teachers within the system who are teaching these students these things. They are out there marching with their students. There needs to be a change in our education system from grade school all the way up through university because we've got too much brainwashing going on. And that is dangerous to our nation. Listen, if you read the communist books from Lenin, and especially Lenin, he says that in order to take over a country, you have to get down to the children and begin training the children to believe a certain way. And that's what's happening with our country at the moment. We have let these teachers destroy the minds of our kids. And if we don't take the schools back very quickly here, we are going to continue on with this mind assassination of our American youth. We've got to do something. So to you students out there, you're being used. You're being used by all of these organizations so that they can destroy America. This isn't about Israel. This is not about Palestine. No, this is about these nations that are enemies are trying to get into the United States and destroy this great United States. And if you don't watch out what's happening with our nation, you're going to lose your freedoms. That freedom that you're exercising right now of demonstrating and protesting, it'll be gone. Because in Iran, they do not allow that to happen. If you're out there doing that, they're going to get you. So you are being used. You are a pawn in a much bigger and evil picture. And if you don't come back to reality, you're going to destroy this nation. That's my 2 cents for today. Because I'm really upset. I'm really pissed off of what I'm seeing. And I am embarrassed to know that our college campuses and universities have endorsed terrorists, have endorsed terrorism, have endorsed Hamas, have endorsed Iran, have endorsed Palestine. Listen, if Palestine wants peace, they've got to get rid of Hamas. Otherwise, there's nothing that can be done. If you don't get rid of Hamas, there will never be peace in the Middle East. This is Mike Lodge. Talk with you soon. Bye-bye.